Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Monday, February 9th, 2009. Well, today we are seeing somewhat of a quiet day on Wall Street, folks, and I have my key levels drawn in on the charts. These are all key technical supports or resistance lines. The biggest one you need to be paying attention to today is this line right here, which you can see we're continuing to float above. This one from right over here, which connects to the low, and you can see we touched that multiple times today before bouncing back up. And then the high point right up here. Now this high point stretches all the way back to mid to early January, this line, and it's been in there for a while, and now we're just beginning to retest it. We retested it about a week or so ago, and I'm going to show you that on the 60-minute chart, but nonetheless, I want to discuss a little bit about what's going on today while you look at this chart. The markets are trading live right now. It's about 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And really the key is this, guys. You gapped lower a little bit this morning. You saw a small gap down, then you saw a little bit more of a sell-off, and then the market kind of rebounded back up and is trading basically flat on the day right now. Now, the real key about what's going on today is this. You were supposed to have, as of Friday close, you were supposed to have Geitner come out with his bailout plan today. You were supposed to have the stimulus package through Congress and the Senate and get all worked out. So far, that has not happened. And that is a little bit of cause of concern in the markets. However, the markets right now are giving the government the benefit of the doubt here and continuing to push higher, or at least stay flat while they await the plan that's supposed to come out tomorrow. So that's the key, guys. Geitner is supposed to be out tomorrow. That's going to really give us a good directional indicator. Right now, you could look at this on the 60-minute chart or the daily as consolidation off of a big move up. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to go up, though. Just keep that in mind, folks. This is all about the governmental plan and the bank bailout plan that's going on. And the question is it a sell the news? Is it a rally off a pause day today? We're going to have to really analyze the charts. We'll do that in the Research Center tonight. So go check that out, obviously, at inthemoneystocks.com. Daily videos, daily market reports, hidden gems, and watch lists, and you name it's in there. In any case, so let's go to the 60-minute chart. I want to discuss exactly what the markets are doing. I have the one line drawn in here. I'm going to show you where I got that from, by the way, folks. We'll take a look at that right away here. But you can see what's going on in this market. You can see that we're double topping right up here, and this is actually going back, and I'm going to show you where this line came from. But nonetheless, check that out. How perfect is that? You rallied up off of this level, and it's hard for me to go back and show you, but I can go back and do it actually pretty nicely here. Let me go back. Here's your breakout line right here. Scanning right through here. This was your key breakout line I had, and I've drawn these in for a while now, folks. But you can see you broke out, retraced back, broke out to the double top here, which was the 200 moving average at that point, plus this high. Now, this high also coordinates going back a while. I'm going to show you this. We're going to scan all the way back to early January, January 12th here. The lows January 12th, before we broke down, were actually this same level, which we again tested the following day to the upside and hammered on it a little bit and then broke down. Those are the lows that I'm drawing in right now, and you can see that line be all the way right up here, and that's where you're hitting it. And that's a very significant resistance point. Eventually, if we break that out, it could lead to a nice little up leg in the markets, but right now that is significant resistance on the 60-minute. Again, you had the breakout up here, then the retrace all the way back down to that level. You never closed below, just check that out. You gapped lower on the 2nd of February, retraced all the way back up, closing back above in that 60-minute candle, and then you started to make your move up and up and up and up until this double top got hit here, which is coordinated right with here as well. So you have a nice little symmetry movement in the market here, down and right back up. Now you have to see what happens on this market. While we're kind of looking at this pattern here, you can see the move up on Friday consolidated that little bit into this morning's candle and then broke up, but you didn't have a lot of room to run, and I mentioned this in the weekend analysis video as well, that you just don't have the same risk reward in buying that pattern, so it's really not a high percentage buy on the pattern. You can see why, because yeah, you broke up a little bit, but you went right into this resistance line, which was right up here. So at that point, you know, how much are you really looking to make and how much risk are you taking? Your risk technically is all the way back down here. Your profit is just right up there. Now, the key again, guys, is the governmental situation. You really have some key stocks. Goldman Sachs up again today. As this moves toward 100, I'm going to start to get bearish on Goldman Sachs. All right. So here's Goldman Sachs 60-minute chart. But you can see here it's actually caught a nice little bid, and that's actually helping the markets right now. Dow is up 21, S&P up about 5, and NASDAQ up about 5 as well. for the day, and that's a large portion of that is Goldman catching a bid here. We've seen that. Also, General Electric, very nice little move on General Electric. You can see up, this is probably the biggest move this stock has had in I don't even know how long. But nonetheless, up $1.73 on GE, trading upwards of this, just underneath $13 a share. And again, that's all it takes is you're getting a couple of these beaten down plays, the Goldman Sachses of the world that are key, the General Electrics that are key to finally get a bid in this market, and that is helping the market catch an overall little bit of a bid follow through. Now again, really what we would consider today is the market being flat, because you're really not up more than 20 points on the Dow and 5 points on the NASDAQ. But nonetheless, coming off of a solid move the last couple days, that's a very nice thing to see. All right. Now, I'm going to go back to the SPY. I want to just quickly show you guys what's going on here. And again, you continue to trade right between this support line, which was the high from Friday, and this resistance, which is that double top. I showed you on the 60-minute. This is the same line. And you can see we just kissed it and then pulled back. But we're kind of hovering right in between, and now you just want to continue to watch. Now, the one thing I will say, the downside has a lot of supports. There's a lot. Look at all these lines that I've drawn in. Then you have the 50 moving average, the 20 moving average right here. So there's a jumble of support right in this area, which you need to be aware of, and that could be very good support for this market and could keep this market afloat. All right. Should that break all the way down to this 50 and go below, then you have a little bit of falling room to go all the way down to this level right down here, and then this one down here. But at the same time, I got to be honest, I don't really think this market will sell off hard today at all because, let's be honest, everyone's waiting for Geitner's bailout plan tomorrow, and they think it's going to save the market. I do not think that. I think ultimately it might be a near term over the next 2 or 3 months. You might see the markets continue to kind of bid up a little bit, but ultimately I just don't see it as being the savior plan that everyone's kind of hoping for. I just don't think it has that ability. But hey, listen, anything can happen, folks. I noticed the little sell-off happening right here. You're just about to hit support, so watch that support line for yourselves and keep that in mind. And I just want to reiterate, great webinar this weekend, folks. Hopefully some of you guys that weren't able to make it and that emailed us that you couldn't make it this weekend, we will do another webinar in about a month covering all the key technical analysis, proprietary techniques that we do. And you guys can all join up and see it then. Also, just to reiterate, guys, join the Research Center at inthemoneystocks.com for your best guidance and analysis of avoiding all the Wall Street hype. You can check it out at, again, inthemoneystocks.com. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow at Intraday Video Analysis by inthemoneystocks.com. Take care.